Howdy folks, and welcome back to Arcane. Today we're going to be watching episode 5, Everybody Wants to Be My Enemy, as the title says. Isn't that lyrics from the Imagine Dragons song in the intro? Regardless, I am a lot fresher for this one between episodes 4 and this one than I was for episode 4 between that one and episode 3. So the last one's pretty fresh in my head. It's just a couple days after I watched that one, but I do have some stuff that a couple comments pointed out, namely that wasn't Vi on the airship, like I was kind of a little confused about. It just really was someone that looked like her, and Jinx did indeed shoot her dead. So a little confusing there for me. I didn't quite pick up on that. I thought the whole her saying like it was just some street trash that just happened to look like her, I thought that was just kind of like a denial kind of thing, but apparently Vi's been in that prison ever since the events of episode 3 apparently. So I'm assuming we're going to get a lot more from Vi in this one, given how the last one ended. Real curious to see if she has any kind of a story going on since then, because obviously a lot's changed with Jinx in this time, and well, all we know about Vi is that she looks just a little buffer than she was back in episode 3. But just a couple things. I think one thing I mentioned a little bit, but was really evident in my rewatch of episode 4 while I was editing, is the relationship between Jace and Victor. In that, I think I said something along the lines of, well, Victor just went from being one assistant to being another assistant, that he, went into this with Jace wanting to be equal partners on the whole Hex Tech thing. But now that Jace is being lifted up to a seat of power, like even we saw a little bit like Victor went to stand up and he kind of like put his hand out to like get him to sit back down. But there is a moment where he had a mug of coffee or something, and it was when he said, "You should come up with me to give the speech to Victor," and he said, no, I can't. Jace set the cup down, and it like perfectly like blocked out Victor in that shot. And that cup just happened to have a big old picture of Jace on it. So I'm getting like a lot of like subtextual kind of like, even aside from just like the whole like motioning for him to sit down, just that little coffee cup moment, like I see that there's a little bit going on there. So predicting like a further split between the two of them, like maybe a little animosity kind of thing, I guess we'll see. But I feel like I have rambled on enough. Social media plugs that I always forget about. Twitch and Twitter. Follow me at both places. I'm at Hey Tallman, just like here on YouTube. And also the comments below. Let me know what you think of this episode and Arcane as a whole so far in the reaction. As well as I'm always looking for suggestions for new stuff to watch. I kind of have some ideas in my head of what I want to tackle after this. And maybe start something up kind of towards the tail end here as well. We'll see. But yeah, always looking for suggestions of what people would want to watch me watch as well. And with all that being said, I'm going to scooch over here into position, and let's get ready to watch Arcane episode 5. Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. No, Everybody Wants to Be My Enemy. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. The serenity of nature. Oh, there's a gun there. I think I saw blue hair, but oh, it's Caitlyn. Okay. I was gonna say blue hair, but this doesn't really seem like Jinx's style. She just shoots that guy. I'm the only one to finish this. I'm assuming this is some kind of a training thing with her in the like the Enforcer Academy kind of thing. Always love a good shot of a bullet, like slowly in the air. Is this like way flashback?
That was quite some shooting.
Yeah, okay, that's her. That's Grayson.
Did my parents pay you to let me win?
Just thought you deserved it.
But still, good to see her again.
I'm an enforcer. For me, knowing how to handle this weapon means being able to protect people. What are you shooting for?
I took a look at your file.
Okay, so then we
There's
pick
no
up right
record of
here.
you or your crimes. What are you here for?
My sunny personality.
Yeah.
This was a waste of time.
Couldn't have put it better. Hey, give Silco a kiss on that winning eye of his, will you?
So just like I was saying with Jinx,
Does this mean anything to you?
cross the line. Never pass anything. I'm just getting like really big Silence of the Lamb
Where did you
vibes.
get
If she just goes,
My question first.
then
You work for Silco?
They all do.
then that'll truly seal the deal. Her at the academy.
Could get it for you. Just not from in here.
I was gonna say it was giving me vibes of
In what
Silence of the
mad world
Lambs,
would
and
I
now her
trust
with
someone
Vi.
like you?
You enforcers are all the same. Undercity's gonna eat you alive.
What did Miggs yell at you when you came down here? He said I can smell your shimmer.
Concerning inmate.
She's just been going through it down here, huh? I guess another thing that I was talking about being a little confused about was how much time had passed between episode 3 and 4. I took it down to be about 5 years. A couple of the comments were pointing me to believe that, given what some of the creators and showrunners and people who worked on the show said, is that it's probably about 7 in total. So 7 years of just being in a cell and getting beaten up for seemingly nothing, seeing as how there's no record of her or her crimes. Then that sucks. He said the thing. He said the episode title.
Yesterday's smuggling fiasco was nothing. These manifests are full of discrepancies dating back months. I'm a counselor now, Victor. It's my responsibility to make sure the Hex gates are safe and protected.
Okay, so now that we've picked up with them,
For those in need.
in the first act, their stuff was like my least favorite plot line.
Announce our other projects in my speech.
And now, right now, they're like the plot line I'm most interested in at the moment.
This corruption runs deep, Sheriff. I intend to root it out. Have you made any progress with the stolen gemstone?
Yes. Chief suspect is an undercity gang. They call themselves Wildlife.
Ooh. Oh, that's not good. No, like there'd ever be a situation where coughing up blood could be good. But what's going on with him?
Victor, you alright? A headache. I need to get to the lab.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think they've hinted at any like deeper stuff wrong with him.
Here we go. It's all about these rooms. They form some kind of mathy, magic-y gateway.
I still think it's like
Here goes.
super creepy in a really neat touch kind of way that she just hangs out with like dummies of her friends. Oh god, the reminder. Is she gonna kill her dummies of her friends too? Also notice in those memories we didn't get like the kind of scribbled over aesthetic that we got when she was remembering stuff in the last episode.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake.
Oh, there's that bunny. Vi's bunny that was hung up on the electrical lines. Well, she may have been cramped in a cell for a while, but that doesn't seem to have slowed her down at all. Gotta start headbanging and bopping every time the music kicks in. Though I don't hear any lyrics yet, so this just might be background stuff. She got some ups. There it is. It's one of those obvious, like, that's when the music's gonna kick back in, but still, like, obvious, but it works. This is her first, yeah, obviously this would be her first time back. A lot's changed. Okay, so I'm willing to bet that that wasn't our song of the episode. I wonder if she's gonna find Echo. I mentioned in the last episode that I think he survived. So I'm really curious as to what he's been up to. Graceful. Nice. Is that the walker with the cane that was getting on the bathysphere?
My little sister could do that when she was 7.
It took her just as long to get down there as that old lady riding the bathysphere. Nice. I think so. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it was the same one.
You had a vision? What if we've been looking at it backwards?
Also, just another little background thing. Notice how in that shot when they first came in here, Victor's looking at the science stuff and Jace is sitting over here looking at a mirror, looking at himself. You can take that to mean that, like, you know, Victor's still got the eyes on the prize, but Jace is being changed by all this. Just an interesting little framing thing, and just how much you can get out of, like, 2 seconds of a shot.
Oh, Jericho, have I missed these?
Ooh. See, why'd they hide all those, like, weirdo creature guys in, like, the first
You're
episode?
going to question him. I didn't break you out of jail to eat slop. I knew this was a terrible idea.
But you haven't even
don't
tried
know
it
any,
yet.
do you?
Usually the most delicious food is
Better
the
than I
ugliest.
remember.
I mean, you should see my dad's lentil soup. It looks completely unappetizing. But it's one of the best dang things I've ever eaten in my life.
That merchant formerly enjoyed certain leniencies with regard to her trade in exchange for her generous academy patronage.
I tightened our security.
And in so doing, put a target on your back. There are those who covet your power over the wealth the Hex Gates afford. and will
Politics
take
time.
Any opportunity to... You've just made yourself everyone's common enemy, Jace.
Yeah, now every decision he makes is going to have ramifications and repercussions. And he definitely wasn't thinking about that last time when they're like, you should be a counselor. Or whatever they're called. Oh, this is that little arcade. That's right. That little arcade from episode 2, I think it was. I thought she was going to caw back at it for a second. Oh. Doesn't need to. So the question here is, will she break the records? Will she get on the scoreboard? Or will she still be, or she still find herself unable to surpass what Vi did? Oh, saw those numbers moving. Oh, there she goes. Interesting that her name on there is Pow, P-O-W, and not Jinx. It looks like there's room for 4 letters. Is she number 1? So she could have put Jinx on there. Still didn't beat the high score, though. Still not as good. Ooh, that was a cool transition. I liked that. I wonder if Echo's running Benzo's old shop.
Well, that place does look like it has bodies buried in the basement.
You don't know anything.
What is that instrument?
Asking
I also love that of all
These
the
are
other,
simply
like,
favors amongst friends.
counselors
I
and
never
chair
wanted
people they were
anything to do
talking
with
about and how
politics.
corrupt they
You
are.
pushed this on me.
Heimerdinger never came
They're a
up.
symbol of the
Dude's a
future,
real one.
Jace, whether you like...
He's just as precocious as ever.
So what is that instrument? It looks like
I had quite a
half
shock this
violin,
morning.
half
Enforcers
tuba.
banging on my door.
I hope you'll understand.
Or is it just like an
Jace had to
amplification
make a show
system
of
for the
safety,
violin?
But he's here now to negotiate all his deals personally. Can we count you amongst them?
Counselor
Yeah, it looks like
Baldock
it's just
seems
an
to think
amplification
other
system.
arrangements would be more profitable.
Interesting little
The
steampunk
man's a
amp.
fool. With him, you
Of how
can
there's
invest in
politics
the
talk
past.
going on, and I'm
With
just
us,
like,
you
how
can
that
invest
music
in
work
the
though?
future.
You'd be the first in line to any of our advancements.
Looking for new partners? I don't think he's cleared that with Victor.
How can I say no to such an auspicious offer?
You know, this episode and last episode had obscenely good violin backing music. On the action scene on the one of the action scenes, and now here with the all the deal making. Yeah, let's look at that. Yeah, it's a cool looking fiddle. Heimerdinger's just like, I don't get a deal. Pleasure House.
Sounds a bit like a trumpet.
How exactly
Goes back to
do
Pete,
you
take a
propose
second
we
peek.
go about this?
Let him think you work here.
Have to let them think you have what they want.
And what do I have?
You're hot, Cupcake.
Okay. We saw her.
Would you believe it?
I thought we were gonna see Echo back there. Like, my guy's just like turned into a pimp after all these years.
If I'm discovered, we're both finished.
Good thing you've located proof of the Firelight's involvement.
This has gone too far.
It'll never work though.
Imagining yourself a hero make you the martyr you've always seen yourself as.
I mean, at this point... Oh. Oh my.
Then what are you waiting for?
Oh, it was just like a... He was just imagining doing that. He could have. He does it, credits just roll. But yeah, all it takes is just, with that fake evidence, just a little looking into it, and it probably like all falls apart.
Have you heard anything about Powder? I think Silco has her.
Silco's number 2's irregular. I can have Miguel tell you where to find her.
I owe you.
Is it actually Jinx?
It's nothing.
I mean, why shake her head and say no?
This is all I've seen.
Just coming in there for casual conversation. Also, was that confirmation? She was with a lady in there. I mean, they weren't, they were just talking, but...
It's only a matter of time before those old fools on the council officially accept your research.
Imagine the wonders they could create if we put magic in their hands.
I just envisioned fighting across 3 different lanes.
We're not often in the position to
With jungles in the middle for some reason that I still don't really understand.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh my. He's like, okay. Victor just walks up. Can I watch? Alright, what are you about to figure out and discover, my guy? There goes his vision all wonky again. Ooh. Oh, that's chunky blood. I hope he's not dead. She likes it with the armor still on. Oh, is it reacting to the blood? Oh, it is reacting to the blood. I love that the blood is just like 2D animation amidst all the 3D stuff going on. I couldn't tell. Did she keep the armor on? There's a stock sound effect of a bird that I hear all the time in things.
I've got a new one for you.
Is this where we saw those drowning scenes in episode 3? Is this where that all took place?
I let a weak man die, and another was reborn. You need to let Powder die.
Okay, now is she gonna go back at the end of the episode to the arcade, and her name will be Jinx fully?
Jinx is perfect.
I think he is gonna waterboard her here, right here. Oh, did we get like a full version of the Imagine Dragons? Oh my god, is this like an animated version of them? I have to look up what the band looks like after this and see if that's like just straight up them. They're the only band that gets to be in the show. You know, Twin Peaks Season 3 would have been a lot worse if one of the shows at the Roadhouse was Imagine Dragons. Like, imagine had they cut 9 Inch Nails and just put Imagine Dragons in. Oh, well, at least he went down and found him. At least Victor's not dead.
How much time do I have?
It's not looking good, buddy.
Rotten luck, boys.
Oh. Oh! I was just about to say, isn't that one of Silco's, that's... Oh, hell yeah, let's go. What was that? Where's the reveal? Oh! Oh, it's powering the arm? That's interesting. I didn't realize it would also power like mechanical stuff. Nice. Alright. See, oh, it was in her eyes. Maybe it is getting into her as well. That was a cool camera move for that body slam. Nice. I'm just glad Imagine Dragons still isn't playing over this. We'll do your theme song, but only if we play it over a really badass action fight scene. Round 3 of the juice. Whoa, through the wall. God.
You mean Jinx? She works for him.
Dang, the revelation. And that's all the moment of weakness needed. Ooh, how deep is that?
She's like his daughter.
It didn't look super deep, but that's an important area. Oh, sharpshooter. That's right. That was set up earlier. What did Grayson say? Like, it's my job to be good with this. Nice way to bring that back in after setting that up earlier. I like that a lot. Is it gonna work this time? Oh, it's gonna work because she's gonna remember her friends and not care about it or something. Or just the memories aren't even gonna be there.
The sister.
Looks like she's got it working.
She's back.
From the dead.
Oh, he thought she was dead this whole time. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. She didn't even... Yeah, she just kind of disappeared. I guess he just assumed that she'd, like, died alongside everybody. Okay, well, plot's thickening, new alliances. I liked it. Got a really good action scene by the end, too. Loved that. Let's scooch this over. Okay, episode 5. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be... I can't hit that high note. Oh, cut that. Episode 5. It was some good stuff all around. The Victor and Jace stuff is kind of falling. Like, I mentioned that at the start of Act 2, the Victor and Jace stuff was like at my highest interest of everything. And all the stuff with Jinx and all that was like, you know, further. It was just waiting for developments and stuff. But that's slowly falling. Like, the more politics, like, I don't super care about the council politics kind of stuff going on. I don't know how big of a role that's going to play in future episodes, but it's not 100% my jam. Give me dumb idiots punching brain going on with Vi and everything, and that's, you know, getting my interest up for that plotline as well. So I'm now starting to be back on team sisters as far as the plotline I'm most interested in. We still didn't see Echo. Don't know if he's actually alive at this point. I would have thought that that Jinx, or that Vi probably would have tried to seek him out. And that's, for a second, I thought that's where she was going when she went into the brothel. I thought we were going to find Echo in the back room and that he was going to be like the proprietor of the place. Like a more grown up, like sleeker, slicker Echo. But we still haven't seen the boy. Please don't spoil if he comes back or anything. I want to hold on to this, that he will return when he is needed. But yeah, I don't super think I have a lot to say. I think I might have mentioned this in an earlier episode, but some of the other series, like especially like Over the Garden Wall, it was so like up to interpretation and everything, like as far as what was going on and what things meant and all that kind of stuff. A little bit with Hell of a Boss, there's a lot of stuff you can infer and pick up on, small details. This one's a lot more straightforward, so it makes these post-episode discussions kind of like a little more difficult right after the fact. Like, yes, I'll pick up on some more stuff when I watch the episode again in editing, but for the most part, this is gonna sound bad, but it's not. It's like a what you see is what you get kind of thing. Like, it's a very straightforward plot, and that's, you know, like I said, not a negative. I'm very much enjoying that aspect of it. It's more so just like a, well, can't wait to spin up the next one and see what awaits us there. But I think that's going to do it for me for episode 5. So come back next time where we will finish up the Act 2 chunk of this and see how it sets us up for our Act 3 happenings. Like I said, I still think in the last one we're going to get a little bit of a confrontation between Jinx and Vi, but it's not going to fully settle things. It's just going to kick some more stuff in action that's going to come up later, heading up to the big climax of Act 3. So I'm really curious to see what happens next. Still very much enjoying this show and very much along for the ride, and I hope you've been enjoying watching along with me as well. I did all the social media plugs earlier, but just once again, Twitter and Twitch, I'm at HeyTolman at both places, and just leave me a comment of anything you want. And hey, something really special for me, I think it was episode 2 was the, at least so far, the least viewed one of these. So if you wouldn't mind going back to episode 2 and just leaving me a little smiley face in the comments, that would make me really happy. Just so I know that people got this far and saw that, and if at least just 1 or 2 people do that, that'll just make my day. But yeah, that's all I got. So until next time, have a great day. I don't even know how I do the outros for these. Take it easy, everybody.